Even the devil boy is no match for it. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You're not going to shoot me, are you? If you do, I'll die. You know?
If that's what it takes to shut you up, it bugs the crap out of me when someone talks more than I do.
Don't act so rashly, my boy. I've got a doozy of a story for you. But if you snuff out my voice like that, I won't be able to tell it now, will I? Whew. Thought I was a goner for sure. Oops. You saw it too, didn't you? That huge tower jutting out of the ground. That thick shaft that causes women to shudder is actually a tunnel, linking the demonic domain to the human world. And of course, your brother Vergil is the one who controls it by using your mommy's amulet.
Amulet?
He's headed to the control room in the basement. If you don't hop down there quick like a bunny, he'll open the gate to hell. Isn't that a scary thought?
And you're telling me this because...
Oops! I forgot to mention one teeny little item. That gizmo there is actually the key to move forward. But the tricky thing is, it sucks the souls of those who hold it. So I think you'd better hurry. But in return for your soul, it'll give you power. Marvelous, isn't it? Just let your young spirit drive you, and go for it!
Wish you would have told me that in the first place. You big mouth moron.
And welcome back to part 7 of Devil May Cry 3, where now, thanks to Jester, we know what we need to do. Firstly, we got to take that haywire Neo generator we just picked up and take it back to the bridge so it doesn't kill us. And secondly, we know that Vergil is trying to access the demon world to obtain the power he needs because he's desperately on his quest for more power. Like, you know, because, you know, Mike controls everything and all that rubbish. And that this tower itself is a giant portal to the demon world. Probably the biggest in the Devil May Cry universe, assuming 5 doesn't introduce a big one. I mean, that giant tree might be a portal, we don't know. It might just be a demon tree, but it might be actually tied to a portal. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Anyway, I'm messing with Royal Guard again, in the vain hope that I can get a little better with it. I'm surprised that didn't count as a hit then. I would have thought I would have got clocked then. Also, I've leveled up the spiral to level 3 because it makes the secret mission a little later on a hell of a lot easier to deal with. It's not this part though. I think we're doing. I think it's next. It'll be next mission because the next actual mission in the game I'll probably make next part because I know it's a big one, but we'll see. Oh, they get the lock on. There we go. Also, oddly, Dante does not talk because he taunt in Devil Trigger. It's something they changed in 4, thankfully, because he can talk in Devil Trigger. He just decides not to during taunting when you're in Devil Trigger. It's just I'm guessing they didn't have enough time to make that voice line, to make that slight thing, or they ran out of coding space because it was a PS2 game. Oh, I don't know. But either way, they fixed it in 4, moving onwards. There we go. If I can get away with not being hit, I will take it. That's why I always try and be careful with them. And that's how good Spiral is. It can one-shot these guys with a good shot on it. So the lift going back is longer than the lift going forward because they want you to try and kill everything to keep your health going. They want it to be long enough that you can't just try and outlast it, because even if full health you'll run out by that time. You have to kill something. You have to put yourself in the firing range, so to speak. But to be fair, the only difficult normal encounter in this mission is not yet. We've got a Hell Vanguard surrounded by many enemies a little later on. That's a real pain in the ass to deal with. Oh no, it's not this time. There's a version when we return to this room later on that's a little annoying to deal with, but I don't think it's this time. Looking at the enemies here. I think it gives you white orbs as well, and it's like... it's not going to do anything, game. Oh, I'm surprised I got that. Actually, I don't think I did, but oh well. I just got to remember to release it at some point later on, because that's always the thing. Like, I get used to Royal Guarding, and I never actually use the main reason Royal Guard exists. Is that after you build up the energy, releasing it for mass damage. It just straight up killed him. And it's only in level 1, we haven't even got this to level 2 yet. So when it's flashing, it's got some energy. When it's like completely glowing, it's got full energy, and then it moves on to the next one. So if you have level 3, you have 3 orbs to work with. Get all 3 of them completely glowing, release that on an enemy, it will probably kill them. Regardless of how strong they are, it will probably put them in the floor. This is an optional encounter if you just need the extra orbs. Usually I wouldn't bother, but because this is like a fresh playthrough, the extra red orbs can always be appreciated, so I'll take them. Oh shit. That's annoying. Sometimes you can be in your swing and another enemy, another one of the Hell Gargoyles will just get in the way. And so you end up splitting them in half because swordplay splits them. There we go. You got a nice triple S for our trouble. For God's sake. Same again here, but I think I'll leave these ones. Like, I'm not gonna go to that overboard because there's a lot in this room, and it will take a little while because this is an awkwardly designed room to navigate. Here's the Hell Vanguard room though, and other enemies will be spawning along the way, so this room can be a little problematic. And I'm sure a lot of people on their first playthroughs have died to this room at least once, just because of the whole time limit thing. I mean, there's enough of the little enemies to constantly provide the health, but still. Oh, I just took that on the chin. I tried to guard that. Ow. You can't dodge by running, you have to actually dodge. There we go. So I shut up for a second just to make sure I could kill it, because my health was keeping a little too low for my liking. There we go. As soon as you're through the door, you're done. There we go. And now the bridge can be repowered so we can persevere on our journey. There we go. And if the door's a giveaway, we have got a new boss coming up. But we've also got a Jester rematch. Jester Fight 2's here. So this is the one that's completely optional, along with the third fight later on.
Welcome to hell.
And to be fair, all 3 of them are optional if you're playing base DMC3. It's only in Special Edition you have to do this shit. Not that I mind. Having a completely new boss fight added to a Special Edition is not a bad idea. I mean, 4 didn't do it. There's no new bosses. There's new characters to play as in 4 Special Edition, but there's no new bosses in it. But the fight is pretty similar. He's got one new trick near the end where if he gets to low health and you don't kill him then and there, he'll summon a giant ball that he'll stand on. That's the biggest giveaway as to who Jester actually is in the game. Like, it's not in the base game, but in free special edition. Holy shit, if you look at that and still don't work out who he is, then I'm sorry. The reveal is just going to surprise you, but it didn't surprise anyone else. But I say that, special edition came out afterwards, so it was a deliberate thing of, well, they probably already know the secret anyway. And now we have Spiral. We can do extra damage when it's the more erratic formations like this, where you can't really control it. Ow. Because Spiral does good damage, especially when you have it to level 3, regardless of what the enemy's doing. Oh yeah, this is it. Do you want a bigger hint as to who Jester is? The only thing that makes this section annoying now is that you can't freely combo into Jester unless you're using Swordmaster and can take it to the air easily. You gotta kind of do this. Because if you bop the orb too much, Jester will ditch it and let it explode. Like that. Oh, how many can I get of these? I'm not going to get all of them. Ow. Alright, I kind of got screwed over there. I was concentrating on that, did not spot the orb. I got that one. Ow, fuck off. I mean, I don't think we've got air release yet. I don't think we can release it into, like, straight jump up and release it in his face yet. There we are. Might be able to kill him just now, just if we're quick enough. When the head's like got that really like constipated look on its face, it's gonna summon all the door hands out of the floor rapidly, but they're very easy to dodge. I'm not gonna try raw guarding them though, because they're too see-through, too hard to tell. I just don't think it can be done. But the head does do its own thing when you're not focusing, so keep that in mind. I like how it plays a different animation if you kill him when he's still on its head. If you kill him before, it'll play the same animation it did the first time round, but you get that little extra. Thankfully. It's just a nice attention to detail it didn't have to do. What star do I want to take with me? I think I'll take guard. I think I should be fine. I hope. The underground arena. But we've got a cutscene coming up now.
Talk about horsepower. A chicken race with a horse, huh? Fair enough.
Now introducing the horse Geryon, which is spelt really weirdly. It's like G-E-R-Y-O-N. It's a kind of odd spelling, but it is just what it is. This fight is split into two phases. The first phase is you've got to play a chicken race with the horse, essentially. You've got to just keep at it. The thing to be wary of, though, is that if you make direct contact with the carriage, and it's not mid-sword strike, you will take damage for it, and it hurt a lot. But what you need to do is focus on the horse, because the horse is the HP. The thing it's riding doesn't count. But if you can damage the horse enough, you can knock it over and make it grind to a complete halt, but it's very annoying to try and do that in this first phase. But thankfully this doesn't take long. It's not a long chunk of the fight. You're not at this for ages. Oh, we got him. And when you get enough damage down, the bridge you're on will just kind of collapse on you for some odd reason. Like, okay, like if you did like a big stomp attack or something that broke through it, then it'd make more sense. But no, it just kind of breaks on us. That's something that we've seen like from the 5 like demo at Gamescom and whatnot. Like the first boss fight Nero's gonna fight in DMC5, Goliath does exactly that. He does a big ground pound and breaks through the floor into another part of the arena partway through the fight. But now we have the proper main event of the fight, where Gurren will spend most of it circling the arena bombarding you and every so often jumping towards the middle. If you can catch a direct vertical strike with your sword onto Gurren, it will knock him to a complete halt on almost every difficulty. I say that and immediately get proven wrong. Well, if you can get enough damage on him, he'll knock over. But I've got to be careful, because holy shit, that shouldn't have hit me. That shouldn't have hurt me. He literally just roared up. He wasn't doing anything special. Fucking hell, knock down, you prick. There we go. That's what usually happens when I do this fight. I don't know why that didn't happen the first time. Also, when you drop the red orbs, he'll slow down time for everything but him, so be wary of it. It's similar to the Bangla time in 1, if you remember that. Just, he's got the advantage of it, not you. Because just like 1 and 2, there is a time travel mechanic present in this game. So I was being a bit stupid. I wanted to see if I could royal guard the carriage as it went past. I'm just going to get hurt here. Yep, alright. If you're caught in a lock like that, you're almost definitely going to get hit. I got very lucky that I didn't there. There we go. And he's gone immediately. It never lasts long. Fuck me, like he usually gets knocked down. What's even on hard, he usually gets knocked down by one Helmbreaker connecting with him when he's running. And for some reason, he's just not playing ball today. Like that time I straight up missed him. If I whack the carriage, you know, because it makes it like shing and you bounce off. Ow. There we go, that's what it's supposed to be. Jesus, there we go. Oh, come on! Go away. Ow. There we go, Christ, that was terrible at the end there. And just like that, we've gained our 5th style. Any style you unlock that isn't part of the base 4 cannot be leveled up. They come as they are. But this is Quicksilver. It gives us the ability to slow down time for everything but us. To really layer in the pain if you do it. But when you use it, it burns through your devil trigger. You just lock on, tap B and you'll use it. Or circle if you're playing on PS4. But anyway, we've got a proper cutscene now, so I'm going to have to shut up again.
Sparta! I told you that I remembered your rancid scent. No matter where you run to, you can never hide from me. You're not the one I faced before. But this smell, there are two of them. That excellent Sparta had two sons.
And just like that, Vergil has a new weapon, so you already know exactly what he's going to use on us when we get to him. Ugh. How do we do first? Before I wrap this up, how do we do? God, we took a lot of damage. I think, I'm not sure, but I think like the bit at the start where you're having your HP drain doesn't count towards the damage rating on that. It's just whether you get hit during it that does. But either way, let's continue. We got one more cutscene, and then I think I'll call it a part. So next time on Devil May Cry 3, we'll have our reunion with Vergil, shall we say. But until then, you guys take care now.